request was finally granted, and now he has a new start in Los Angeles alongside LeBron James. And the Lakers now boast 2 top 10 players. Kevin, this is a team with legitimate championship aspirations.
And DA, that's the standard for the Lakers organization. Thanks for that report. Let's now to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that for Drummond.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. McCollum the 2 and Hood the 3. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Lillard in at the 1. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is out there with Dennis Schroeder, and it's Drummond in at the center.
And, you know, quite a bit of turnover for the Lakers in recent years, guys, from the front office to the coaching staff. I think it's always important for an organization to have a common voice to speak in stereo and have everybody in proper alignment from the top down to the court.
Now here's Drummond. LeBron outside.
Get LeBron, get LeBron.
Ball's knocked loose, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. And as the Lakers have looked to fill positions, Clark, a real affinity for candidates with the Lakers' history.
Yeah, you know, that's exactly right. They view it as a family, but here recently they've expanded their options and have looked outside of past Laker pedigree in terms of filling some key spots, which is part of what you have to do if you're going to move forward and be successful.
Now here's Lillard. Shoots over Schroeder, and Damian Lillard with the bucket on the assist by McCollum.
And he can score from all over the court. But Lillard at his best from mid-range. He deserves extra special attention from the defense in that in-between area. But sometimes, even then, that's not enough. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Lillard. He's coming off a 25-point game against Memphis.
And he passed the ball so well in that game, keeping everybody involved, even as he was racking up all those points.
And here's Schroeder after Damian Lillard was able to get the 3 to go. And it's good for 2.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Outside Hood. There's the pass to McCollum. Lillard outside. That falls. Ice feed that time from McCollum. 8 points for Lillard.
And right out of the gates, they are locked and loaded. 3 straight scores early.
Schroeder looking around. Pass to Caldwell-Pope. Back to Schroeder. Yes, that goes in.
And, you know, got to admire the patience inside from Davis. Outstanding at staying under control, taking his time, and burying the quality shot.
Now here's Lillard. 8 points for him. Nurkic kicks to McCollum. Lillard dishes to McCollum. Passes it to Nurkic. Good. Nice job down low.
Lights out here right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
Schroeder passes to Drummond. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. LeBron has doubled. Just 5 on the clock. Drains the three-pointer. Davis has got 5 points so far.
Boy, you're playing with fire. Anytime you leave somebody open on James' team, I mean, LeBron, his court vision, outstanding.
Now here's McCollum. His last outing, we saw him pour in 22.
And you talk about shot makers. C.J. McCollum, one of the best in the game. From mid-range, you could argue he's the best, flat out.
And you look at the shot chart for McCollum. He's a threat, Greg, from everywhere.
Able to hit off the bounce, pulling up. At his height, he's got to be creative, making space for his shot.
throw good. McCollum.
McCollum's carved out an impressive NBA career for himself, and I think he's still ascending. He was the 10th pick in the 2013 NBA draft. He's still got plenty of upside.
And so McCollum nails both of them. Oh, Clark, there's nothing like opening night. Preseason in the rearview mirror. Now the games count for real. Terrific time.
Yeah, exciting for everybody because hope springs eternal for all teams in the league after you get beyond preseason. And the games do count. They start calculating and documenting W's and L's.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
Now here's Schroeder over Lillard. They shoot again. That shot off. Great D that time from Nurkic. And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have. Staying aggressive and playing under control.
And Lillard gets it to go.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
And, you know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
And that one is good. 7 points for Anthony Davis. Portland leading by 5. McCollum outside. Pass to Lillard. The shot. Can't nail the jumper.
Boy, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
James, the pass to Davis. Over McCollum. Misses off the right iron. Portland's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Hood can't get it to go. Lakers have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Loads it up for Davis, and it's Davis finishing it off.
Yeah, first and foremost, he's a pass-first team player, is Caldwell Pope. Love seeing that.
And Lillard kicks to Hood. Caldwell Pope against McCollum. Lillard outside. Over Davis. Count it from 12. And that's 12 points for Damian Lillard.
How about 5 of 6 to start? Looks like he brought his A game.
And the Lakers decide to take their first timeout here.
And a quick check of the stats for Drummond. Great showing for him last season. First in rebounding, 8th in steals, and he finished among the top 10 in blocks, bringing that intimidation factor to the paint.
And getting back to the fact that he led the league in rebounding, you know how hard that is? What a tremendous asset to the team. Now here's LeBron. 29 points for him last game against Houston.
And his passing also off the charts in that game. In just about every aspect of their offense, he was dialed in.
Thrown down with force. Drummond with great feel around the rim. Now, usually he's one of the leading dunkers in the NBA because he doesn't waste any time or motion in there.
McCollum dishes to Lillard. It's Covington on the wing. From outside the arc. Kept alive. Here's Nurkic. Covington trying to break free. Hits. Count that one from Nurkic. Nurkic has got his second basket.
And such a polished player near the basket. Nurkic feels comfortable taking those in-close shots.
Now Drummond. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Houston.
And if you look at his free throw numbers, you can see what kind of pressure he put on the defense. He was in attack mode all night long.
Here's McCollum after the made shot from Andre Drummond. Now here's Nurkic. He kicks to Lillard. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Somebody came to play tonight. 6 out of his first 7.
Schroeder passes to James. Rebound by Nurkic.
Yeah, you won't see him miss many dunks unless you've got somebody right in his face, as was the case there on that possession.
Lakers trail by 5. And stolen by Lillard. And oh, here we go. Lillard's got it, the fast break chance. Makes it off the glass. Lillard's got 16.
Boy, he's really been on a roll this quarter. Seems like everything he throws up is finding bottom.
Here's LeBron. And LeBron James, Clark, climbing the all-time scoring list. Last season passing Michael Jordan. This season, Kobe Bryant. Clark, any chance LeBron someday passes another Laker great, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, for the most career points in NBA history?
I think it's simply a matter of his health, because if he stays healthy, then it's not if, but when. By the time his contract runs out, guys, in 2022, he'll be right in that neighborhood of my all-time favorite player, and I think the greatest player to play, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Clark, it seems that guards are rebounding now more than ever. What do you make of that trend?
You know what, Kevin? I think it's a function of how the game is played. More and more teams play small ball, where they really don't have a big guy out there or a traditional center out there. You may have guards and wings, and oftentimes your tallest guy might be 6'8". So it makes it important for guards and everybody to rebound the ball. So I think you see more guards getting more rebounds because of teams playing small ball as a function of the three-point shot's importance in the game.
Got a piece of it.
Helps to have a shooting guard who can block shots, a real bonus, and Caldwell Pope does a nice job at stiff-arming shooters.
And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. It's a 5-point game. They went to Los Angeles for their last meeting with the Lakers and came out with a victory.
And they got the better of this matchup last time with their defensive pressure and the ability to force turnovers.
And that really was the difference. I mean, it requires a ton of energy to play that harassing style. It'll be interesting to see if they can do it again tonight.
Here's McCollum following the basket by Anthony Davis. And McCollum with the slam.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
And so it's the Lakers with it. Portland making their last shot. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots from 12. Here's Drummond. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
This is what Drummond is known for, fellas. I mean, assertive, aggressive, relentless, hard-working. He's just a dogged offensive rebounder.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Blazers.
You've got to like the consistency with which they're hitting that mid-range jumper.
They've established their presence in the paint tonight. Also, a lot of their scoring to this point coming from down low.
Well, you look at the former All-Star Andre Drummond and the way he rebounds, Greg. He might be the best in the league in that department.
I mean, few players in the history of the league can go off for 20-plus rebounds on any given night. Drummond's one of them. Attacks the glass on the offensive end so well. His offensive rebounding, for me, sets him apart.
The shot's good from Cantor.
Punch, counter punch, impressive offensive production early on.
Hey, guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout on tap here.
Now here's Schroeder. And it's rebounded by Covington.
I think he'll think twice about attempting that shot next time. The defense was right on top of him there.
Hood against Caldwell Pope. Covington kicks to Lillard. No good off the back of the rim. Lakers trail by 4. LeBron James on the wing. Covered by Lillard, and it's good. 2 points.
Analytics says that you should ignore the mid-range jumper. No, not with LeBron. With him shooting, I'll bank on any shot he takes.
Now here's McCollum. 6 points for him. Shoots. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Covington against James. Good. James has got 8 points.
Hard to play better defense than that, guys. I mean, but right there, James simply overpowered him.
Hey, yo, get loose.
Now the pass to Cantor. Lillard surveying the D. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
The Lakers trail. LeBron dishes to Davis. We've got 1:23 left here in the first quarter. And that one's good. Schroeder.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
McCollum against Caldwell Pope. McCollum passes to Hood. Covington in the corner. For the 3. Offensive rebound. Good D by Drummond.
You know, I think the effort on defense there has everything to do with why he missed that shot. Well done.
And LeBron gets it to go with the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got 5 assists tonight. So for the Trailblazers, their last game, a loss to the Grizzlies. Lillard against Schroeder. Inside, McCollum takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. He's got 10.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Back to Schroeder. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Schroeder's got the game tied up here for the Lakers.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Lillard with it. 18 points for him. That one goes in. Lillard's got 20.
Oh, I love watching Lillard turn on the Jets using that astounding speed to blaze past the defenders.
Well, it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play. It's the Trailblazers. They lead by a bucket. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. Great team play, so key to winning. Damian Lillard broke down the keys.
Be a star in your role. You know, I think it's one thing to say, let's be consistent, let's play hard, let's do all of these things. And I think as competitors, as professional athletes, we're going to play hard. You're going to be competitive because we're competitors. We don't make it to this level for no reason. But I think at this level, you also have egos.
Knowing your role and playing it so well is so crucial.
Yeah, when everybody buys in and plays for one another, that's when teams play their best ball.
Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Vallanos. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers guys, what do you think?
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
Well, the player and ball movement has been excellent. Finding space, operating in space, and when they've gotten open shots, they've knocked them down.
We've got Dennis Schroeder. LeBron James is out there with Montrezl Harrell. Then there's Andre Drummond, and it's Caruso in at the 2-guard. That's the Laker 5. Here's Lillard. Following the basket by LeBron James. And there's the call on James. That's his first foul. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Drummond. McCollum against Harrell. And the rejection by Harrell. Now here's Kuzma. Defense is right there. Stolen by Cantor. Lillard with no one around. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 4 assists in the game. Lakers trail by 3. Pass to Harrell. Schroeder outside. Lillard comes with the double team. And Harrell slams it in.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Lillard outside. And Lillard gets double teamed. From deep 3-point range. Rebounded by the Lakers.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
And the dunk by LeBron.
LeBron James knows the meaning of the word layup, but he's much more interested in throwing it down when he can.
McCollum passes to Lillard. Tipped away. Passes it to Powell. 5 on the clock. Baseline try. Basket counts. Powell's got his first bucket of the night.
And he is just so tough to guard. He can fake you one way and then use that beautiful spin to just blow by you.
And that one's good. Schroeder.
Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision, excellent.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Lillard. And he comes up with the deuce. Lillard's got 25 points.
And how about Lillard just being aggressive here on offense? He can heat up quickly, just super efficient, and a high IQ scorer.
Now here's LeBron. 14 points for him. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Lillard against Schroeder. And Lillard gets double teamed. Cantor, the pass to Powell. Lillard finds Powell. That shot off, so Los Angeles will take it the other way.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know, nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Now here's Lillard. He's got 25. Off target from outside. Guy is a potent offense right now.
You know what, guys? And they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
From deep. Knocks down the 3-ball. And he has 28 points for the game.
And that makes it 2 3-pointers in the quarter so far and 4 for the game.
Out left to the wing. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Harrell kicks it over to Schroeder. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. Anthony trying to get open. Good on the shot. Lillard's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
James, good for his 9th make in just 12 shots. That's an even 75% shooting.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Now here's Lillard. He has 30. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
And the 4-year, $196 million Supermax extension signed by Damian Lillard this offseason. Dame Dollar living up to one of his many nicknames, but money well spent by the Blazers.
Here's Lillard after the basket by Los Angeles. Lets it go with a 3. Rebound by Harrell.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Powell against James. And the dunk by James.
Another one of those special nights for LeBron. I mean, you know, if he sticks around till he's an older fella, that all-time scoring career mark, wow, might be in jeopardy.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. A lot of different ways, Clark, to construct a roster. What would be your preference as a general manager? Any direction you might want to go?
Well, obviously, if you have an opportunity to get an outstanding franchise-type point guard or versatile wing player in today's game, I think those are the pieces that you really need to start with.
Because there's so much spacing and so much switching on defense.
Exactly, and I failed to mention a two-way player at that wing spot who can defend multiple positions but also has a pretty strong offensive skill set.
Norkic checked in for Portland. This is the list of last season's top shooters from the charity stripe. These guys were practically automatic. Damian Lillard, 3rd.
He was locked and loaded from the free throw line all season. Never suffered through any real lulls in that department.
Here's Nurkic. Outside Anthony. Kicks it to Powell. Lillard against Schroeder. The 3. And it's Lillard missing.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. Schroeder hits them both. Trailblazers trail by 8. Pass to Nurkic. Down low, looking to end the run, and the layup by Powell. Powell's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
Schroeder passes to James. Harrell trying to free himself up. And LeBron with the basket, the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. McCollum dishes to Lillard. And Lillard gets double teamed. The shot by Powell, no good.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Fires the three. The rebound by the Lakers.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Schroeder passes to Harrell. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Harrell's got the lead up to 10 now for the Lakers.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Now here's Lillard. 30 points in the game. Oh, and here comes Schroeder all alone. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for Los Angeles.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
First free throw is good. Clark, you were such a terrific athlete growing up, and it must be fun for you watching your kids and soon your grandkids go through their athletic journeys.
It really is one of the great blessings and treats of my life to see our kids grow and develop as people, but also to enjoy different sports. Our boys played basketball and soccer, and our daughter played volleyball, all played in college at some level. And so it is great. Anytime you see your kids find their lane, enjoy running in it, and do well in that lane, it's joy indescribable.
Now here's Nurkic. Out to Hood. Covington in the corner. Drills the baseline jumper. Covington's got his first 2 points.
And that's really good use of the catch and shoot. Outstanding by Covington. He's a quick decision maker, and he usually makes his decision as the pass is being thrown to him as to what kind of shot he's going to get off.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah, you know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Now here's McCollum. 10 points for him. It's deflected.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Here's McCollum. Following the basket by Kyle Kuzma. Hood dishes to McCollum. Goes up on the wing. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. McCollum's got 12.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Now here is Davis. 11 points in the game.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run.
And as the receiver, he doesn't feel the need to go for the monster finish that time. I mean, laying it up for the 2 points worked out just fine.
McCollum, no good.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Caldwell Pope on the wing, covered by Hood. That's tipped. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it.
Here's a look at some stats for Kyle Kuzma. Last year, getting it done. Last season, he averaged 18 points per, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. The contributions he's been making on the floor have been a boon for this team. Great stretch of games for him.
Yeah, you know, they've given him more responsibility, and he's responded. And the way he's going, I think his role is only going to increase.
And they've won the rebound battle so far, and it's translated to the scoreboard.
Well, the effort level they've had has been outstanding. Hard to keep a team down when they play with that much energy.
Now here's Schroeder following the missed shot by Nurkic. They get the rebound. Davis. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
One shot.
they've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
On the trade for Anthony Davis, a risk for the Lakers, but they feel, Greg, that both sides will find an extension this offseason.
There is mutual interest from both sides. Lakers made the trade confident Davis would resign. A bit of a leap of faith, but the Lakers did everything they could to secure Davis long term.
Andre Drummond's checked in for Los Angeles. And that one falls for Anthony Davis.
And guys, at this point in his career, Anthony Davis just entering his prime. Crazy to think when you look at what he's already accomplished thus far.
And the basket is good. 6 points for Nurkic. Los Angeles leading by 15. The pass to Davis. Back to Schroeder. Bounce pass from Kuzma. Davis looking for an opening. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Schroeder. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Schroeder's got 14 points for the game. And we are talking about Anthony Davis. How do you even put into words, Greg, what he is able to do on the basketball floor?
I mean, he's entering the conversation among the best big men of all time. On a nightly basis, dominating in so many facets of the game. Really, it's remarkable.
Now, here's Caldwell Pope following the missed shot by Nurkic. Caldwell Pope finds Schroeder. Floats it up for Davis, and it's Davis finishing it off.
He pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop.
And the crowd got their jaws dropped on that one. Total disbelief.
Here's McCollum following the basket by Anthony Davis. 2 points. That one goes. He's got 14.
If you allow him to get that close, you deserve to get scored on.
Powell against Schroeder. Left side, Davis. Three-pointer. And, oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
How about that one? A perfect finish to the half for them to tack another 3 points onto their lead.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Los Angeles Lakers. He has really delivered at the offensive end. He's torched them for 24 points so far. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks a lot. LeBron, are you getting the ball where you want to get it, and is that helping you score?
I'm very pleased with my individual performance right now, but, not so pleased with, how I'm trying to, help our teammates. I got to do a better job of trying to get our teammates in the flow as well as keep myself in a good group, too. So, hopefully, I'll have to do a better job of that in the second half.
We'll see how it goes. Thanks, LeBron. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He ended up with 24 points, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. Some great work from him in the first 2 quarters. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
Their ability to get into the paint and get to the rim has been deadly, constantly attacking the basket. It was clearly their intention right from the start to pound it inside as much as possible. And I don't see them straying from that strategy in the second half. It's going to be another paint-based attack.
Shaq, how do you think Portland played?
Well, one reason they're getting roasted, a.k.a. blown out, poor rebounding. Way too many one-and-done possessions. I don't want to see guys dribble between their legs and shoot. Not enough fundamentals. Hey, box out 101. Maintain position 101. Learn how to play basketball 101. Things like that, Ernie.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
And with the big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Hood in at the 3 spot. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. Here on the 2K leaderboard are the rebounding leaders from a season ago. Number 1, Andre Drummond.
And, you know, he took a lot of pride in being at the top of that rebounding list. When all was said and done, he was a man among boys.
Trailblazers trail by 20. Outside, Covington. He kicks it to McCollum. Back to Covington. This one for 3. Second chance shot. Good on the shot. 8 points for Nurkic.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
Now here's James. LeBron is doubled. To the middle. Here's Drummond. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Pass to McCollum. Up and in on the layup. McCollum's got 16 points.
Unselfishness always admirable in a basketball player, and Covington consistent at giving it up when one of his teammates is open.
LeBron passes to Drummond. Here's the teardrop. Count the basket. He's got 9.
A tall and powerful big. Drummond has a natural ability to finish inside.
Lillard against Caldwell Pope. Lillard outside. Launches it. Caldwell Pope with some nice D.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And it's Schroeder missing.
Just 1 for 4 from the field. Not the way they wanted to start the second half.
And here's what the schedule looks like for the Los Angeles Lakers. On Sunday, they'll be taking on Paul Millsap and the Denver Nuggets. Then on Monday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Utah Jazz. For Los Angeles, they have been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
And that one misses. And he sinks the second. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points. Here's McCollum. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got 4 rebounds in this game. Back to Caldwell Pope. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. The Lakers with the ball. Schroeder outside. 6 on the shot clock. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here.
Ooh, and this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Davis is really the total package. A mobile, sharp-shooting big guy who can score from everywhere.
The Lakers have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances. And he knocks down the first one. And so Anthony Davis nails both of them. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. And Lillard kicks to Hood. Back to Lillard. Passes it to Nurkic. The Lakers with the rebound. James has got his 4th rebound in this one. Davis has the open look. Los Angeles with another miss. Trailblazers trail by 21. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Caldwell Pope.
Yeah, he's a guy who looks for his shot often. He's energetic and outstanding at forcing the issue. Caldwell Pope is his name.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. Free throw good from Caldwell Pope.
A sharp shooter with a quick trigger release, Caldwell Pope is known for being an efficient scorer.
And Caldwell Pope drops them both. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Here's Lillard. 30 points in the game. And a wide open look for McCollum. That one's off. Still out of sync.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay. I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And last season, a rare 5-by-5 game achieved by Yusuf Nurkic. 24 points, 23 rebounds, 7 assists, 5 steals, Greg, and 5 blocks in a game against the Kings.
And how about the only player ever to log a 20, 25, and 5 game, the Bosnian Beast, making a name for himself.
And I like the timing, Kevin, that Drummond has on these alley-oops. That's not as easy as he makes it look. He knows precisely when to leave the ground to receive the pass and finish it off.
Los Angeles leading by 21. To the paint. Deflects the pass. James drops in the layup for 2. LeBron's got 26 points.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have.
McCollum passes to Hood, and the rejection by LeBron.
LeBron, one of those players who gets fired up by defense as much as offense, and that block going to put a major bounce in his step.
Now here's James. 26 points for him. There's the triple. And it's Portland with the rebound. Nurkic has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Kicks it out to McCollum. Drummond with it. Now guarded by Nurkic. Ball going up court. Another possession, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Now a timeout called by Portland.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
Alex Caruso. He's checked in for the Lakers. And then for the Trailblazers, Enes Kanter comes in for Robert Covington. And Anthony subbed in for C.J. McCollum. Here's Kanter. Lets it go. And Davis sends it back.
Boy, I tell you what, Davis uses his length so well. I mean, a defensive stalwart who holds his ground, and because of his timing and length and athleticism, he's an excellent shot blocker. Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
Inside and finished off by Nurkic. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 11 rebounds.
Carmelo Anthony showing you his passing skill there.
Lobbed up there for Drummond, and it's Drummond with the jam.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets, an exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk.
Guys, I tell you, there are assists, and then there are delicious dimes. This was the latter.
Now Schroeder after the missed three by Carmelo. That one falls. Schroeder's got 17 now.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And, Greg, those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Now here's Lillard. 30 points in the game. No good with the triple. In the corner, it's James. Here's Davis, and it's Davis finishing it off.
Just so resourceful as a player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways, and that's one of them right there, crashing the offensive glass, getting that second chance bucket.
You know, the rest of the D can be stretched a little thin when the double team's in place like that.
Schroeder against Lillard. James. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. 28 points for LeBron.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Now LeBron after the missed three from Damian Lillard. And that one's good. Schroeder. Schroeder's got 20.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Now here's Lillard. Pass to Nurkic. Kicks it to Hood. Clock at 6. Second chance effort. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's James. Again, Los Angeles. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Lakers.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court.
Oh, what a play!
Woo! Tell you what, just add that one to the highlight reel. James is truly one of the greatest slam dunkers of all time.
Outside Hood to stop the run. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. And LeBron throws it down.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Hood kicks to Lillard. And Lillard gets double teamed. And the pass to Kanter. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got 6 assists here tonight.
Boy, a big man with great touch from deep, always a valuable commodity in today's game.
And that one's good. Schroeder.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Greg, the play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
Lillard against Schroeder. And Lillard gets double teamed. Shoots over Schroeder. Lillard misses. LA's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. And the dunk by James.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
Here's Anthony. Unable to get that one. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's Schroeder. Rebound by Nurkic. And for Portland, they're shooting in this game 45%. Hood, the pass to Anthony. Nurkic with it. He's guarded by Davis. Hood kicks to Lillard. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. The putback. Rebounded by the Lakers. 1:51 left in the third. The first one falls. A different look now for Portland. Collins comes in for Yusuf Nurkic. And Norman Powell subbed in for Carmelo Anthony. Good on both. There's a minute 47 left to play in the third. And here is Powell. He dishes it to Collins. Powell, the pass to Hood. 4 on the clock. Unloads. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Hood's got 4 points this quarter.
Oof, that is a tough shot.
Pass to LeBron. Bobbed up there for Drummond. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
And if it doesn't, this is only going to get uglier. I mean, that's no way to defend a player of his caliber.
And the Lakers making a change here. Kuzma's checked in. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Outside Hood. 56 seconds left to play here in the third. Dishes it to Cantor. And stolen by LeBron. And finished off by LeBron.
You know, it would be fun to tabulate how many of LeBron's career points have come on the break. I would just venture to guess he's had a bunch of them.
And Lillard kicks to Cantor. 32 seconds left in the third quarter. Lillard up top. Shot clock at 6. Shoots it. James with some nice D.
Nothing's going his way since the horn. I mean, looks like he used up all his makes in the last quarter.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
It's Drummond with the rebound. Now LeBron. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Right back after this break. Let's listen to head coach Terry Stotts review the game plan with his guys.
Defensively, you got to give a little more pressure to their shots, all right?
Make them make the second, third, fourth play.
That's Terry Stotts drawing the line defensively. Doesn't want the first guy with the ball to beat him.
And that's where a total effort is needed. Get back quickly, match up, call out screens, really the complete package.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Morris, and it's Marc Gasol, and it's Cook in at the point guard position. That's the Laker 5. Powell, the pass to Simons. Snatched away. Here's Cook. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Here's Simons. Passes it to Hazanya. Clark, it feels like we're seeing more and more of this, but bench celebrations and reactions at both college and pro levels.
Yeah, you know what, Kevin? I think it's a outgrowth of the social media platform.
You're right. I agree.
I think there's no question because anything that can be done that's creative and fun is going to find a life on social media and maybe go viral. And guys know that. They're aware. I mean, this generation has grown up with social media.
Shooting two.
So they understand that they could be seen beyond just the arena if they do something pretty clever.
And you and I are sitting over here watching it. We're laughing as much as anybody else, aren't we?
Oh, I'm not denying that it's fun. I love seeing it, actually. But on occasion, it does get a little carried away.
That's good from Hazanya.
You know, Hazanya plays with a lot of flair, an exciting player who brings a ton of energy to the court.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Cook kicks to Kuzma. Tries it from 19. Collins grabs the miss. The Trailblazers shooting 43% from the floor. Here's Simons. Off target from three-point range. Lakers have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Kuzma passes to Cook. Now here's Gasol. Clark, last season we saw more of the global game series from the NBA. A couple games in Mexico, one in England. It's nice to see.
Yeah, it really is, because I actually 6 years ago had a chance to be with the Pacers in the global games in the Philippines, and then Taipei, Taiwan with the Rockets. Great experience for the players and the organizations. It's an additional level of travel, no doubt, about a week to 10 days where you're in another country, but it's great for the game and it's great for the fans in those countries.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time.
Not when he can throw it down like that. Boom!
Here's Simons. Goes back up. Stolen. Here is Cook. Here's Kuzma. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. One thing about Kyle Kuzma, Clark, he's not a ball stopper. When he touches the ball, he is shooting it.
I would not disagree with you there, guys. He is fearless looking for a shot. He hunts his shot aggressively, and he's very efficient. He doesn't need a lot of dribbles, but the one thing I like about him is that he doesn't hold on to that ball long. He's going to make a quick, decisive move or get it out of his hands.
Free throw good, Kuzma.
Boy, you look at Kuzma, the 27th overall pick in the NBA draft, guys, a multi-talented, confident forward with impressive skill and potential.
And both free throws good for Kuzma. Mark, the max contract didn't exist when you were playing. Is it something that should be up for debate?
Well, it's a function of the economics of the league now, and in theory, there's some reasons why you have max contracts, because a guy has earned that opportunity, a way to keep a star player or a max contract player with the same team, I think is part of the reasoning behind it. I mean, debating it and talking about it is probably something that makes some sense. If you're thinking about getting rid of it, I'm not so sure.
Here is Cook. Shot clock at 5. Takes a 3. But they get it back. No good from Gasol. And Simons has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Feeds it to Collins. Simons surveying the D. Powell with the bounce pass. Here's Collins. They get it back. Pass to Azania. Here's Simons. And they convert it last on attempt number 3. Simons has got his first points of the game. Here is Cook. Gasol's in the post. Banked in off the glass.
Boy, the confidence of Gasol on the block is really impressive to see. I mean, once he gets good positioning, he goes right to work.
Hazonia finds Powell. Do you think it helps the pace of the game with the NBA recently modifying the shot clock rule that after an offensive rebound, it doesn't go back to 24, it goes now to the new number, 14 seconds?
Well, I really like the rule because you don't have to bring the ball over the half-court line, which is 8 seconds, so it makes sense, and it does speed up the game, in my opinion.
Shooting 2.
The free throw drops for Powell. Clark, there are strong divisions and there are weak divisions, and the NBA might be considering removing divisions altogether and having only 2 conferences. What do you think?
You know, that's interesting. I like the divisions because that's what we've been accustomed to, but just having straight conferences, I wouldn't see much harm in that. You'd adjust the schedule accordingly in terms of how many games you play within the conference and how many times each opponent, but I think that could work.
Cook, the pass to Gasol. Here is Cook. Gasol kicks to Kuzma. The pass to Cook. The tray. Cranes it from beyond the arc.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
And, Greg, I have no problem with that. As a matter of fact, I hate to see teams get conservative with the lead. As long as they're good shots, take them, and as long as they're falling, continue to take them.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
Clark, the NBA gives out so many awards at the end of the season. Is there an award missing that you'd like to see?
You know what? I think they've got the bases covered really well with the number of awards they give out, Kevin. But I would like to perhaps see consideration given to a sophomore campaign award. That would be kind of cool because sometimes the rookie of the year, at least recently, has been a little cloudy because a rookie had been in the league a year, Ben Simmons, case in point, and then was counted. It was actually technically his second year, but his first year of playing. So a sophomore award might be something worth adding to the list.
That's a great idea. Offensive rebound, and Gasol gets it to go.
How frustrating for the defense. You get the stop, but then fail to block out.
Well, you know, that's the way it's going to be for them today, fellas. Can't sustain any momentum.
Lasagna, the pass to Swanigan, and the shot is good.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Morris outside. Collins with some nice D.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Here's Simons. Can't connect from short range.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Caruso. He doesn't hit that one. And it's Portland the other way. Here's Azania. They get it back.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Scooped up. And for Portland, they're shooting a paltry 33% in the fourth. Not a good showing for this offense. And it's Simons missing.
And he's really trying to get them back into it, but the results just have not been there.
Kuzma kicks to Cook. Morris outside. Now here's Gasol. Here's Caruso. A rebound by Hazanya. Clark, we hear a lot about the young basketball players in this country, the good ones playing in the AAU system. Is that the best way to develop talent for the NBA?
It's one of the better ways because the competition level is quite good across regions and throughout the country with these AAU teams. I think there's some great AAU programs and some tremendous benefits to participating in AAU basketball. Some things are better than others with it, but overall I think it's pretty solid.
Morris outside. He kicks it to Cook. They could use a bucket. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
You know, even though they have the lead, you can tell he's frustrated with himself that he's not doing more.
Hazonia with the ball. With the teardrop. No good that time. Some solid defense from Gasol.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Out of bounds. Portland takes possession. And the Lakers making a change here. Caldwell Pope's checked in. And a switch here also for Portland. Powell's checked in. Portland's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Simons, the pass to Hazanya. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Hazanya's got 6 points in the quarter.
Let's just call him No Fear Hazonia, a committed scorer who knows how to ward off contact.
Caldwell Pope dishes to Gasol. Free throw line jump shot. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
He gets that one.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing.
Cook, the pass to Caldwell Pope. And he makes good on his first shot of the game. And Simons has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. Clark, the two-way contract, a relatively new invention that gives players time in both the G League and the NBA.
I love it, Kevin, because it's another pathway for those aspiring to be NBA players to have a legitimate shot to make their dream come true. The G League is just a notch below the NBA in terms of overall talent. And so I love the fact that players who desire to be pros can have a pathway to get to the NBA by being part of the G League as well.
And these G League players are having an impact, aren't they? They're making a difference on a lot of teams.
40% of the players in the league have spent some time in the G League, so it speaks to the impact the G League has on the NBA.
And the first one drops. Damian Jones is checked in for Alex Caruso. And good on the second, so he makes them both. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter. Here is Cook. Floats one up, and the layup is up and in. Cook's got 9 points now in just the second half. Portland's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Little kicks to Powell. Now here's Little. He's guarded by Dudley. Lasagna's shot is off.
No excuses, none. I mean, with the defense non-existent, I mean, he has to connect from there.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Lakers.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And in the season finale between these two teams, they seal the deal, making smart adjustments along the way to finish out the year with an impressive 3-1 record against the Trailblazers.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for LeBron.
Boy, he was absolutely relentless at the offensive end, guys. Smelled blood and went for it.
Gasol is doubled. Back to Cook. The shot's good.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Here's Simon. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
You know, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. That one misses. And here are the Lakers. They're on an 11-3 run. Gasol looking around. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron, what is your sense of how the team is playing at the moment?
We have a good thing going right now. We want to try to keep it going. And the best part about tonight's game was the defensive end. We defended and we shared the ball, and that's a good ingredient to a win.
It was working at both ends, LeBron. Thank you for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David. Great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. So long.
Tapos ang pindot lang. Ano nga eh, no? Oo. Ang tagal-tagal mo tapos.
And tonight, Brent, classic battle of pivot men. Talk about some of your favorite center matchups historically.
Well, we hear a lot and we see a lot in terms of the nostalgia of Wilt Chamberlain going up against Bill Russell. I remember years watching in front of the television Hakeem Olajuwon playing against David Robinson in some Western Conference battles. I don't know that we're going to see that much in the next 4 or 5 years, Kevin. We know where the game is going, and those post matchups end up becoming somewhere near the three-point line nowadays.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Hood in at the 3, the small forward. Now Schroeder after the missed 3 from Damian Lillard, and it's sent back by Lillard. Here's McCollum. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock.
Now McCollum a blur that time in transition, a quick-footed guard who runs the floor like a gazelle.
LeBron passes to Davis. About a minute played so far here in the first. Poke loose, kicks to LeBron. Clock at 6. The jumper from the free throw line is good.
Now LeBron elevating there in a nice rhythm jump shot.
And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Portland. They went to Los Angeles for their last meeting with the Lakers and came out with a victory.
Yeah, really ratcheted up the pressure in their last matchup, getting steals and just creating havoc defensively.
The turnover margin was well within their favor, and you have to point to that ferocious D they played as the biggest factor in that win.
Here's James following the score by Damian Lillard. Outside, Davis. Caldwell Pope on the wing. And Covington sends it back.
Just a bit of a rut here early, just 1 of 4 so far.
And Davis sends it back.
Phenomenal defense by Anthony Davis to spike that shot back. He'd make a heck of a volleyball player.
Here's Schroeder trying to get open as Davis. That's good from Schroeder on the assist by Caldwell Pope.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players, Kevin, playing today can do.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
When he was drafted, Damian Lillard said he wanted to go to the Blazers with the 6th pick. The opportunity to play right away and be embraced by the city of Portland.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
2 shots.
Free throw good, Damian Lillard. And Damian Lillard says, Greg, win or lose, he wants to stay in Portland. He keeps his residence there year-round.
And talk about his loyalty. In high school, lightly recruited. He ends up committing to Weber State. His senior year, all the big schools come calling. And Lillard kept his commitment. That shows you how he's built. And the Blazers GM called Portland a cocoon market. Not a lot of exposure, but these fans sure love their team.
Maybe you have to look at the front office and credit them for understanding the personalities of the guys that they rely on here in McCollum and Lillard. Not really going out to seek the limelight, wanting to concern themselves with getting better as basketball players, and then wanting to make an impact in the community. It's come together nicely for them in Portland.
Now Lillard, after LeBron's three-pointer that didn't go. High, arcing shot, and deep. Lillard drops it in. Lillard's got 6.
Very few players, if any, score more points than Lillard as a pick-and-roll ball handler.
Schroeder kicks to LeBron. It doesn't go for him. Great D that time from Hood. Trailblazers leading by 4. Outside, Covington. Right side, Hood. Here's McCollum. Caldwell Pope with some nice D.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Now here's Lillard after LeBron James's miss. McCollum right side takes the 12-footer and hits.
I feel like when CJ gets a couple of these to go, it accentuates his ability and confidence to score from the outside as well.
Schroeder passes to Davis. Fires for three. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Opening night, Brent, always exciting. Technically, every team is undefeated with a lot of hope.
You're just fired up. I mean,
I am fired
The
up.
NBA never stops, Kevin. We know this, right?
Isn't it great, though? I'm so glad it doesn't stop.
The offseason is just absolutely ridiculously exciting.
So fun.
So much movement and hope for franchises that, have struggled for a long time. And here we go. Hope springs eternal. It's opening night.
The first free throw is good. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Anthony Davis. He hits both from the stripe. Now James, 29 points for him last game against Houston.
And guys, the other thing that he did well was just facilitate the offense, pass the ball around beautifully in that one. Seriously, put on a passing clinic.
Now here's Schroeder, 8-point game. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Robert Covington picks one up.
Schroeder last year accepting his role of coming off the bench and being a scorer. So whatever it is the coaching staff is asking of him, he's willing to do it.
Lakers shooting their first free throws of the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Schroeder hits them both. Portland leading by 6. McCollum passes to Nurkic. Back to McCollum. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Lillard way outside. Portland no good that time either. And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for the Lakers. Passes it to Harrell. Over Lillard. Misses off the left iron. Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. McCollum feeling it out a bit. A baseline J. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Well, he's a guy that count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
And there's the pass to LeBron. Dishes it to Harrell. To the inside, Schroeder. That one drops for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
Well, if you read the scouting report on Schroeder, he likes to get into the basket as close as possible because he's usually good from there.
Now here's Hood. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Here's Schroeder. 6 points for him. Harrell trying to free himself up. And Covington sends it back. And a wide Wide open look for Hood. No good from outside. Lakers trail by 6. Schroeder, left side. Here's Harrell. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder.
And trust me, Dennis Schroeder would love to score the basketball, but his ability to set up his teammates is also effective.
McCollum against Caldwell Pope. Shoots from the baseline. It's in. That's his third field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
Harrell kicks to LeBron. Knocks it loose. Back to Harrell. 5 to shoot. Over Hood. And it's Harrell missing.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
McCollum against Caldwell Pope. Teardrop shot and stolen by Drummond. Caldwell Pope outside. Pass to James. 6 on the shot clock. He's looking for Drummond and finds him. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And when he gets himself into the right position, Drummond so powerful in terms of finishing at the rim. The only way to prevent that alley-oop is to keep him from getting to the launching pad in the first place.
And that one's good. Lillard.
Well, he doesn't look satisfied with the lead right now. He wants more, and he looks like he's going to get it.
Well, it was the Los Angeles Lakers in their last game, a loss to Houston, and stolen by Lillard. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
Now here's Schroeder. He's got 6. Harrell trying to free himself up. And there's Schroeder. That's good. The assist by Caldwell Pope.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, I had a chance to speak with Terry Stotts. I asked him which player he thought could be an X factor tonight, and he said that Andre Drummond has their full attention. The most voracious rebounder in the game, Drummond can tilt a game with the extra offensive possessions he generates for his team. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And Portland has possession following the bucket by the Lakers. Here's McCollum. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And that mid-range jump shot discouraged for many players, but not for C.J. McCollum.
I love the way that C.J. can just wind his way to spots on the floor and speeds up when he wants to, not when the defense is asking him to.
And McCollum with the slam.
Well, McCollum is so smooth out on the perimeter. I love to see him when he gets vertical.
Lakers trail by 6. And here is Drummond. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Houston. Knocked loose. LeBron passes to Caldwell Pope. 6 to shoot. Rebounded by Covington. Trailblazers leading by 6. Down low, here's Lillard. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Man, at the point guard position, are you kidding me? Explosive scoring ability and body control. That results in a bucket and a free throw.
Especially in the playoffs, Brent, so much can change when a player gets into foul trouble. Do you see the league ever modifying that foul out rule?
I know that they do that in the summer league where you can stay on the court for 10 fouls as elimination, but it's a technical every time. Yeah. I don't see the league doing that. I think it's good for the game so that star players or meaningful players, ones that play specifically on defense, they have to have responsibility for what it is that they're doing on the floor. And if they're overly aggressive, you should be penalized for playing that way.
Now here's LeBron. Does not score again. That's his 4th miss against 1 make.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter. in terms of scoring.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Caldwell Pope passes to Drummond. 1:33 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Schroeder, and he overshot that one, missing. Trailblazers leading by 11. Pass to Lillard. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Drummond's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's Schroeder. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
This is a one-man show right now. He's on a mission to get him out of this hole.
Lillard attacking. No good that time, so the Lakers will take it the other way. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Got a piece of it, and so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here.
And now a moment to see the stats for Schroeder. How he performed last season. He put up about 15 points a game last season. 4 assists and 3 rebounds. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up. Fantastic scoring production from him.
Yeah, hard to ask for anything more at this point. He's really stepped up, and he's really delivered.
.52 seconds left in the first quarter. Kuzma kicks it over to Schroeder. From 11 feet away, Drummond, and Drummond is right there.
Pursues the offensive glass with purpose. Drummond knows who he is, and boy, does he attack it.
Schroeder against Lillard. Put on the wing, lets it go with a 3, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. And the Trailblazers lead by 10. Schroeder against Lillard. Now here's Schroeder. He's covered closely. Just 5 to shoot. Caldwell Pope on the wing. Here's the 3. Buries it from 3-point range.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now it's a shootout.
And so it's Portland heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their defensive mindset clearly focused on clamping down on LeBron James, and their game plan is working. We've got more in store for you right after this. The leadership mantle, something that Damian Lillard welcomes. He talked about what that means to him.
A lot of responsibility. When things go bad, people are going to look to you first. They're going to point the finger at you first. And when things go well, they're going to give you the credit. So I think it's just a balance of those two things, being willing to be that guy and being excited about it. I think you got to have fun with it.
Right on the money as always. Lillard has excelled in that leadership role.
Yeah, he plays with so much confidence and composure. But also, it's the way he includes his teammates and gets to know them as individuals that makes him a franchise player.
And we return to the second quarter, and Noche Latina specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
On the court for the Trailblazers, Damian Lillard out there with Norman Powell. Then it's Anthony. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Hood in at the 3. Davis, and it's Davis finishing it off.
Just another example of what makes Anthony Davis such a great rebounder, size and athleticism, but you combine that with his anticipation, and he gets a lot of secondary opportunity.
Here's Anthony, and Davis sends it back. Pass to Schroeder, and it's the Lakers on the break. Kuzma with the ball.
And you have to tip your cap to Kuzma. He absorbs contact well and knows how to adjust his shot.
The pass to Powell from past the arc. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Lays it in off the pretty alley-oop.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. Here's Cantor. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Put on the wing. He dishes it to Lillard. And it's sent back by Drummond.
A high motor keeps Drummond engaged defensively. He doesn't want to let any shots go in.
And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
A moment now to see the numbers for Cantor. Last year, getting it done. 14th in rebounding. And he was in the top 20 in field goal percentage, able to create offense with tremendous efficiency.
And we talked about how strong he was on the boards, going hard at it at both ends last year, really helping out his team. Schroeder passes to Davis. Back to Schroeder.
Who's watching him?
Caruso looking for an opening. Davis finds Schroeder. Shot clock at 6. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. And so it's Anthony bringing it up for Portland. Nothing offensively yet from them in the second quarter. Lillard against Schroeder. Pass to Davis. Drummond with it. So they take the lead. Drummond's got the lead up to 1 now for the Lakers.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
Well, we keep talking a lot about Anthony Davis and the fact that when he was a young player, he played the point guard position and then all of a sudden grew like 60 inches to play center position. You see that skill set show up now and again, but really what you're seeing now about AD is his maturity in the game, finding spots on the floor where he can absolutely be dominant and control any kind of offensive possession from wherever he is on the floor.
No one had more success at the foul line last season than this group of players. Damian Lillard third.
He was locked and loaded from the free throw line all season. Never suffered through any real lulls in that department.
Outside Hood. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Powell finds Hood. Pass to Cantor. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Andre Drummond picks one up.
The defender gets a little over-aggressive, which is understandable. Cantor is a big, active guy to try and guard.
And at Kentucky, Davis mostly an interior player, but he maintained, Brent, all along. He was capable of more than he showed in college.
There's no question about his skill set, and in the NBA, the opportunity, along with the transition of the NBA game, and especially the center position, he seems to be coming along at the appropriate time to show all of his wares off, Kevin.
buzzer drops them both. Well, the book, Greg, is the same for Enes Kanter as it's always been. Great score inside, but his defense leaves you wanting.
And Kevin, at this point, he is who he is. I mean, for better or worse. Kanter is still a force off the bench to give a team some post presence in their second unit, but not sure he'll ever be a player to build around.
Lillard surveying the D. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Portland trailing here to the paint. And the layup's good off the glass. Lillard's got 19 points.
Melo good at scanning the entire floor, and that's why that time he found the open teammate.
Kuzma outside. Passes to Davis. Over Anthony. Kept alive. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Selected 9th overall in the 2012 draft, Drummond's carved out a nice NBA career for himself.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
He struggled mightily at the free throw line in their last game.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. Ray, you suited up for 6 teams in your NBA career. What do you think about some of the front offices that you came across during that playing time?
I think when you find a front office, when you move from franchise to franchise, is what it is that they value most. And there were some franchises, quite frankly, Kevin, that I played for where they just wanted you to show up on time, get there, play the game, and leave. Those franchises end up having a lot of struggle to find some footing in the league. They also find trouble finding attraction from free agency because people understand the culture just isn't there. There are other teams that do so many other things well, Kevin. You feel so much more valued as a player throughout your course of your career. Those are the places that end up sticking with you. And I think the league is doing a great job from top to bottom moving in that direction. Now, some are doing it better than others. That will always be the case. But the idea around finding more completeness for what it is you provide a player is a great thing for everybody.
Schroeder against Lillard. Kuzma outside. Here's Davis. Again, the Lakers.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Lillard against Davis. Left side, Hood. From deep three-point range, Kuzma with the defensive effort.
Yeah, still trying to calibrate right now because he had 1 3 in the first quarter, but nothing since.
And it's Drummond with the jam.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Lillard, the pass to Powell. From outside, off the mark.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Here's Caruso. Powell with the steal. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. And here we go. Hood trying to break free. Count it, and the Laker lead has been cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Anthony.
Yeah, Hood does a good job there of surveying the floor and being ready to deliver the pass.
And Kanter over to help Drummond. And it's Drummond with the jam. That gives him a double-double in this one. 11 points and 12 rebounds. Outside Anthony. Shoots. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
You got to be cautious. If Carmelo is in these sets, he'll start to take advantage of whatever the defense is going to offer up.
Schroeder kicks to Drummond. Now the pass to Davis. Lets it go from 11. No good. He's missed 3, and he's made 4 of his 7. The Trailblazers shooting just 29% in the second quarter. The offense is suffering. Nailed from three-point land.
Lillard just plays with great confidence, really feeling it here and looking to find any scoring opportunity in this one.
Davis dishes to Schroeder. He kicks to Drummond. Trying to get open is Davis. Got a hand on it. Anthony down low. Davis is up. Anthony's shot is off.
Defense as tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim. That's not going to make you a favorite target of your teammates. They'll think twice about feeding you if you're going to keep missing layups.
And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Well, compact and strong Lillard using his frame and still finishes.
This will be his 4th shot at the line in this one. And some changes here for the Lakers. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. James comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And it's Caldwell Pope in for Alex Caruso. Portland also making some changes. Robert Covington comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Rodney Hood.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Lakers trail by 4. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Got a piece of it. Stolen by Cantor. And now Portland on the break. Jumps up. And the dunk by Powell.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition. And that helps get the rhythm going.
And the Lakers decide to take their first time out here.
Giving up a run here, can they turn it around?
Hard to say right now. At this point, I've seen the coaches run through 2 or 3 iterations of defense. Is there a 4th? I'm not sure.
And a moment now to see the numbers for McCollum. Good season for him last year. He was around 21 points per game, 4 rebounds and 3 assists. And very few players in the league can go out and produce like he has. Just a great stretch for him.
He keeps playing like this, and you know in arenas, especially at home, when the star player is playing this well, those MVP chants come raining down.
On the wing, James. He's guarded by McCollum. And Davis can't get it to go.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
And the Blazers with Damian Lillard and C.J. McCollum, 2 6'3" guards, Brent, in the backcourt. Some overlap, perhaps, in their skill sets. But do you like their fit?
I do like their fit, and by all measurements, Kevin, they seem to be overachieving every year. You have that kind of stability with McCollum and Lillard, and what it is that Terry Stotts has done with this ball club. That's something that the Portland Trailblazers fans are very comfortable with, having these 2 guys out there to lead them just maybe one step further this season.
And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up. That's going to send Dennis Schroeder to the free throw line. It's on Damian Lillard. Lakers shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
One shot.
And here's Portland. They're on a 14-5 run here.
Get there, get there.
Great D that time from Harrell.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Still playing at an MVP level, LeBron James, the greatest player of his generation, and some would argue of all time. We can't take for granted what we've been able to witness.
The free throw drops for James. And now in his mid-30s, LeBron showing no sign of slowing down.
Man, his dedication to training and really maintaining his body, second to none. Alongside his prodigious athleticism, it seems that's made a huge difference.
There's the double team with Covington. Schroeder passes to Caldwell Pope. That evens the score. Caldwell Pope's got 5 now.
And Caldwell Pope, a solid shooter, and I think he'll only get better with time.
Here's Lillard. No good again that time. The Lakers shooting a sweet 57% clip in quarter number 2. It's Caldwell Pope with the drive. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Robert Covington picks one up.
Yeah, and that quick first step that Caldwell Pope possesses is lethal. Drawing the contact there thanks to his aggressiveness.
Shooting 2.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1.
Yeah, much improved foul shooter. KCP also starting to get to the line at a higher rate.
And Caldwell Pope drops them both.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. One guy who's been getting it done is Dennis Schroeder.
Absolutely on fire. They need to regroup and figure out a way to slow his roll. Looking now at some numbers from Montrezl Harrell. He had a strong showing last season. 5th in field goal percentage, and he's a shot blocker as well. Top 20 in that category last season. Great timing and challenges at the rim.
And yeah, he's one of the most efficient scorers in the league for sure. Moves without the ball, avoids taking the bad shots. That's why he was top 5 in field goal percentage last year. Covington trying to break free. McCollum no good. Here's Los Angeles now. It's been 10 unanswered points. And Davis throws it down.
Great work by the team there to find AD. They make eye contact, and the rest of that is history.
Lillard with it. Now guarded by Schroeder. Covington in the corner. Cantor kicks to Powell. Just 4 to shoot. James with some nice D.
Well, that's how to protect the rim without fouling. Force him into an awkward release and a bit of an adjustment on the layup. Ooh, that's a great matchup for him just because of the size difference right there. He makes that mid-range shot at a very high percentage.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Kicks it out to Covington. Rebound the Lakers. Davis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Over to the left wing. There's the double team with Covington. Back to Schroeder. Tipped away. 14 feet away. The offensive rebound, Davis. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Pass to Lillard. 35 seconds left in the first half. Here's Cantor. Makes it off the glass. Cantor's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And how about finally being able to put an end to that 16-0 run by Los Angeles?
James looking it over. Inside. And Davis gets it to go on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got 9 assists now tonight. Schroeder against Lillard. Beyond the arc. And that one is off. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. Back to the action after this word.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. It was Dennis Schroeder setting the pace in the first quarter. He ended up with 17 points, 2 rebounds, and a crazy number of assists. And taking a look at the Lakers, Shaq, what'd you think?
Well, it was an unselfish, team-oriented half of basketball. The ball never stopped moving. Their offense had a great flow to it. It prevented anyone from getting lazy out there. They're always moving, cutting, knowing where they need to pass the ball, Ernie.
And Kenny, what did you see from Portland?
Their inaccuracy from behind the arc was brutal. Shot selection, I didn't see any. The perimeter offense they're running, you could scrap that. They need to get back to the basics. Pound it inside, more pick and roll. Try to pick up some easy buckets in transition.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So for the Lakers right now, LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is out there with Dennis Schroeder, and it's Drummond in at the center position.
And this has been an outstanding display on the boards, and it's a big part of why they have a lead in this game, doing the dirty work down low.
Mccollum passes to Nurkic. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. Andre Drummond picks one up. And so, Brent, you and I know the legend of Nurkic. Back in Bosnia, a sports agent read an article about a huge policeman, 7 foot, 400 pounds, and this agent tracked down this policeman and asked him, do you have a son?
Well, that son is Jusuf Nurkic, the guy you're seeing out there, and 14 years of age. Jusuf Nurkic had never played the game of basketball, so the agent took him under the wing And the rest pretty much history here, Kevin.
I like that story.
Who's got that?
Outside, Davis. There's the dish to LeBron. Back to Davis. Clock at 6. And it's Portland with the rebound. Nurkic has got 5 rebounds tonight. That's a 2 from Hood. Here's Covington. That shot off. Good D by Drummond. Here's Caldwell Pope. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Let's take this chance to see which of last season's teams had the most second chance points in the league. In fourth, the Trailblazers.
This was a team that was really savvy when it came to getting position under the boards and then getting those offensive putbacks.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. That free throw good from Caldwell Pope. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Trailblazers trail by 7.
Hey, DFO CJ.
McCollum outside. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Over Caldwell Pope, and that one goes long.
1 of 5 here, Kevin, to start the half. Their offense looks like it's shrinking right now.
Schroeder kicks it to Drummond. Pass to James.
Who's got ball?
Pulls up. And the rebound by Nurkic.
Not been an easy start. 3 straight misses here on these possessions.
Kicks it out to Lillard. Here's the floater. The shot that time not on target. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Caldwell Pope's got the lead up to 10 now for the Lakers. Lillard against Schroeder. It's McCollum on the wing from deep. Rebounded by the Lakers.
Didn't hesitate for a second to get a hand up on that deep ball.
Yeah, you got to like how he hustled to guard out on the perimeter, definitely respecting the shooting ability.
Left side, Davis. Knocked away. Covington with the steal. Lillard against Schroeder. That one's in there. The Lakers' lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Damian Lillard.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Los Angeles calls timeout. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Keith Morris is checked in for Los Angeles.
And while we have a moment, let's check the stats for Covington. Last year, getting it done. He put up about 13 points a game last season, just over 2 steals and 5 rebounds. And he's done his share of the work for the team, definitely making an impact.
Well, the numbers, if you look at them, impressive all the way around, and he's not letting the team down.
Hood against James. Passes it to Schroeder. Davis inside. That shot off. Trailblazers trail by 8. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill. And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Schroeder kicks to Morris. That 3 off the mark. And so Hood will bring it up for Portland. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. Shot from 12. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
Caldwell Pope against McCollum. Nobody near Lillard. The Trailblazers get it back in a new 14. And the shot goes in. And it's 6 points for Robert Covington.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
There's the double team with Covington. Schroeder finds Caldwell Pope. Takes the 12-footer and hits. Caldwell Pope's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And we're seeing a little more of this from KCP, working that in-between area, trying to improve his efficiency.
Hood deciding where to go with it. Over James. Hood can't get it to go.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
And they continue to control the glass.
Puts it up from 17. They grab their own miss. And count it. The shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Love the toughness shown by AD on the glass. He wants that rebound more than anyone else. You take a look at Anthony Davis and his frame and think about his rookie year coming in so thin and moved around a lot by bigger, stronger players in the post. No longer the case, as he's put on a ton of muscle to that frame and continues to grow in the strength area along with his confidence. That's helped him out a lot.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles, Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Dennis Schroeder. And it's Alex Caruso in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Free throw good, Davis. And after just one season at Kentucky, the slight build of Davis was a concern in the NBA. And the question was, would his body hold up?
Well, he's answering the question to some degree, Kevin, knowing that it wasn't a one-year process to get stronger and to put on that kind of weight. That just comes with physical maturity. Anthony Davis doing a better job of avoiding places where he might get injured, expanding his game to the perimeter, and hopefully some of those things pay off for his longevity for his career.
There's the pass to Nurkic. The fader. Kuzma pulls it in. Here are the Lakers with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. And it's Davis with the jam.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Lillard, the pass to Collins. Lillard with it. He's picked up by James. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Well, his shooting this quarter has to be a huge concern, especially when they're behind like this. Can he find the rhythm?
Trailblazers trail by 15. Here's McCollum. And it's Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Get on CJ!
Here's McCollum. Anthony Davis grabs the miss. Davis has got 11 rebounds in the game.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
For Los Angeles, they have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them. Powell, he's checked in for Damian Lillard.
One shot.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Trailblazers trail by 18. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Now a timeout called by Portland. Anthony Davis really making a difference here.
And they simply have no answer right now for what he's doing to them. He is making them pay.
And now it's a look at the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's best fast break teams from a season ago. The Lakers second.
Yeah, I mean, it's a crowd-pleasing style, right? I mean, this club just got out and ran at every possible chance.
Now here's Powell. Defense right on him. And here's McCollum for three. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Kuzma's got 4 rebounds in this game. Out to the right wing. Here's Caruso. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
McCollum outside to halt the run, and he connects with the jumper. McCollum's got 12 points in the game.
Oh, what an ugly start to this quarter. Only 1 of 8 from the field.
James against McCollum. Davis kicks to James. Here's Caruso. 5 points in the game. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Davis. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Intelligent play there by Davis. He knows he has the defense on their heels as soon as he gets the ball that close to the rim.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
Now, how about last season? Made about 79% of his attempts, so those are really quality numbers.
And that one falls for Davis.
You know, Anthony Davis is going to spend a lot of time at the free throw line most nights throughout the course of the season, and he's going to be pretty solid when he gets there.
Cantor, he's checked in for Portland. He's perfect from the line this time. You know, Brent, something other major sports do, receding during the playoffs. So the highest seeds always will play the lowest seeds. And do you think the NBA should go down that road?
I think the consideration will still be there. I think that conversation is going to happen over the course of the next 2 or 3 years. I don't see it changing in that time, Kevin, but it's healthy to continue the dialogue to the point where maybe we do get there.
Mm-hmm. Here's Los Angeles now. They're on an 18-6 run. McCollum against LeBron. Kuzma passes to Caruso. LeBron outside. Shot clock at 5. And the Lakers with another miss.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
And stolen by LeBron. One-on-one fast break. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
LeBron James and his basketball instincts are absolutely incredible. How about that one there?
Outside Anthony. Back to McCollum. Over LeBron. Again, McCollum missing. Lakers leading by 20. And they're moving it up. Pull-up jumper. LeBron, no luck.
Teammates right now covering up for the type of off performance he's having. In terms of scoring, this has not been his best night.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Well, every time the shot goes up, guys are doing a nice job of finding bodies and making sure there's room to collect the rebound.
Beautiful touch close in. Kuzma excels at taking advantage down low.
Powell with it. McCollum outside. Clock at 6. Lets it go from the wing. Here's Cantor. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Powell kicks to McCollum. To the middle. Wants to get it to Collins and does. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 3 assists in the game. Time now for an injury report. And now David Aldridge has an update for us on Andre Drummond. Dave, what's the news?
Hey guys, I got an update from the head athletic trainer of the Lakers. He said that he does have a broken nose. It's definitely a painful injury, but not a worst case scenario. If he were to miss time right now, it would really hurt this team, especially during the latter stages of the season. Kevin?
Good information, David. He's certainly been on our minds. Now, at least, Greg, we have a little more clarity.
Yeah, now they have the information they need to take the best course of action.
Everybody wishing the best for him. We all know how badly he wants to be out there playing alongside his teammates and competing.
Hey, DFO CJ.
Here's McCollum. And Davis sends it back. Here's Caruso, guarded by Powell. Davis. Poked away. Morris finds Kuzma. Lakers working the ball around now. Pass to Caruso. Davis down low. He's guarded by Collins.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. James against McCollum. To the wing right side. The three-pointer no good. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Lakers lead by 16. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, we've got C.J. McCollum. Collins is out there with Enes Kanter. Then it's Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the 2 guard. Drummond trying to get himself free. That one goes. Count it. LeBron's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Lakers. LeBron against McCollum. He kicks to Powell. The 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Kuzma's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Loads it up for Davis, and Davis throws it down.
There has to be some alteration in the game plan, but I don't think it's enough to shut down AD.
Pass to Powell, back to McCollum. The feed to Kanter. Collins dishes to Powell. They get a hand on it. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. Here's Kuzma. And Covington sends it back. And he recovers it. And here's what the schedule looks like for the Los Angeles Lakers. On Sunday, they'll be matching up with Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. And then on Monday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Utah Jazz. And he makes the first.
And positionless basketball, all the rage, and Kyle Kuzma really fits that mold. Is he a 3? Is he a 4? I don't know, but he gets buckets.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Schroeder's checked in. Portland also making some changes. Hood's checked in for Collins. And Lillard subbed in for Powell. Second free throw, no good. And very light-footed is Kuzma. Moves well for his size.
You know, kind of a tweener in terms of build, but he has the ability to light up that scoreboard, something every team can use.
About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Shot clock at 6. Back to Davis. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got assist number 11 for him here tonight. Mccollum passes to Kanter. Kicks to Lillard. Can they get it? And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lillard. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth.
Whose man is this?
Schroeder surveying the floor. Passes it to Davis. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Hood. Here's Lillard, and he uses the glass on the layup. Lillard's got 31 points.
And you know, he's really been one of the few bright spots for them, trying to will this team to victory.
Davis against Covington. Here's Schroeder. And too long on the shot. Drummond passes to Schroeder. Here's Davis. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Knocked away. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. Loads it up for Davis. And he lays in the alley-oop.
AD can get you from anywhere, and sometimes you just got to pick where it is you hope he misses shots from.
Caldwell Pope against Lillard. Now here's Hood. Kanter inside, working on Drummond. Offensive rebound. Kanter's shot is off. Los Angeles leading by 23. Caldwell Pope feeling it out a bit. Davis kicks it over to Schroeder. Feeds it to Drummond. Player salary is obviously a large investment, Brent. What are some other investments that owners can make to help their team get better, either on the floor or off?
Massive one, Kevin, obviously, is in terms of your players' wellness and what it is that you're doing with your physical therapy staff, your strength and conditioning staff, because you want these guys available at the best and maximum potential physically that they can give you. A lot of teams, quite frankly, in the past couple of seasons, Kevin, looking into other ways, holistic therapies, mental approach that they can have mental wellness for their players as part of their programming. So teams that think you build some beautiful practice facility and just let the guys go bounce the ball around and shoot are absolutely missing.
Right? Yes.
Yeah, they're missing the boat on what it is that their players require, need to be complete as people.
He makes one of two that time. And so Hood will bring it up for Portland. And Lillard gets it to go. Lillard's got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, this is the kind of shot selection that you got to be on board with Lillard. Tenacious scorer, but I love the efficient opportunity there.
The pass to Davis. Drummond trying to get himself free, and it's Davis missing.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Kicks it out to Covington. Shoots over Schroeder. They get it again. Cantor. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket.
They've cashed in on a lot of second chance opportunities here in the second half. That extra effort will help them cut into this deficit.
Kuzma outside. Davis, the pass to Drummond. Basket, good.
Anthony Davis showing those young AD skills as a point guard.
Here's Lillard. Last year, the average salary for a starting point guard, Brent, in the NBA, was the highest among all positions. Why would that be?
Well, with the way the game has changed, Kevin, there's certainly an emphasis on being able to find guys who are initiating offense, scoring the basketball, shooting three-pointers, and you're seeing a big shift in salaries between point guards and bigs. That's where the biggest disparity is. Centers in the league are getting less and less of an opportunity to have the extended big money contracts because the game has moved to the perimeter, and if you're a big that cannot play on the perimeter, there's not a lot of teams that are willing to invest a significant amount of their cap space into the center position. They want guards and wings who can play out there and do the damage from there.
Shooting two.
The first free throw is good.
Such a big guy, Cantor, but also incredibly lean. At the NBA Combine, for instance, he tested out at 6% body fat, an extraordinarily low number for a man of his size.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Los Angeles leading by 22. Schroeder passes to Drummond. It's Kuzma top the key. Schroeder finds Kuzma. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Schroeder for 3. Good on the triple. Schroeder's got 20 points.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now a timeout called by Portland. And the contract structure for NBA first-rounders, 2 years guaranteed, 2 years of team options, the qualifying offer. Brent, should we consider changing that up?
I think it's working pretty well, Kevin. I think every front office is out there trying to find players out there that are giving you value beyond your contract. And that happens a lot when you're a team that has a first-round pick, 1 through 10, 1 through 20, and you hit on a draft choice. You potentially could get 3 years and sometimes 4 when you have incredible players coming into the league as their first year, changing franchises around. But a player that's providing way more value than the contract that they're getting at that time. So I don't see that changing much. It gives teams a long enough time to evaluate the talent coming in.
Seems to be working.
It does. And the players that prove it are looking at the calendar saying, Could I fast forward 3 years? Because I really like to cash in on what I'm doing for you.
And the Lakers with some changes. Marcus All's checked in for Andre Drummond. Dudley comes in for Davis. And Quinn Cook subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Swanigan, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Mario Hezonja comes in for Robert Covington. Little, he's checked in for Rodney Hood. And it's Simons in for McCollum. Here's Lillard. And the layup is good. Lillard's got 6 in the quarter.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
Yeah, and Caldwell Pope pretty effective in that pick and roll.
Lillard the pass to Simons. You know, Brent, how candid can players be in their answers in the post-game interviews about what has happened or what they're feeling at that time? In other words, is there a danger to being too honest as a player?
There could be, Kevin. I mean, anytime you express some of your vulnerabilities, and if it's done at the right time, somebody's going to take advantage of it. What we've seen over the past couple years is, forget about when it is that the media is asking you questions. Most players are taking it to their social media accounts where they're able to get the message out without being baited by somebody with regards to a question. They can expound on whatever it is that they're feeling at that time, and that helps them to control the messaging a little bit more. And I think that trend is going to continue and continue to grow.
And the Lakers making a change here. Caruso's checked in.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
That's good from Hezonja.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
They are in complete control.
This is the ultimate definition of the zone. Everything they've done has worked.
Get outside.
Outside Gasol. Shoots a fader. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Here's Simons. Kicks it out to Lillard. Brent, a few players now host podcasts, participate with those elements, with those vehicles during the season. Any thoughts on that?
I think it's great. I think it's fantastic for our fan base and for our players to have an outlet, to have conversations and share a little bit more about their personality. It grows them as people, I think, Kevin, especially I've listened to J.J. Redick's many times over,
yes.
And you learn something new, not only about players, but about their interests and how they're spending time. And I think if you were a young player, let's say you were a high school senior and you're a college player and you're listening to some of the things that guys are talking about in their experiences, I think it's invaluable for what it is that you don't know exists around a player in the NBA, and for you to start having considerations about how difficult the task is, how mentally taxing. So these things are great outlets for the players.
Dishes to McCollum. Outside Hood. Portland again missing.
And not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots, not the wild one he took there.
LeBron passes to Drummond. It's good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
A tall and powerful big. Drummond has a natural ability to finish inside.
Hood against James. Lillard outside. Sinks the three-pointer. Lillard's got 38 points.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
Lillard against Schroeder. James in the post. He dishes it to Davis. Back to LeBron. Great D that time from Nurkic. Portland's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket.
Yeah, so reliable. He clearly needs to be more involved in the offense as they try to shrink this lead.
James kicks it over to Schroeder. Pass to Davis. Brent, with advanced analytics becoming commonplace in the NBA, which stats do you personally hold most valuable?
Well, it's amazing to talk about effective field goal percentage. I laugh a lot about...
Which is everything shooting. Free throws.
Yeah, well, you would use... I like to use true shooting percentage, Kevin, because that's where you adopt 3-point shooting percentage, 2-point shooting percentage, and your free throw percentage.
Everything.
But in talking to a lot of people around the league, general managers and coaches, I laugh inside to myself a little bit like, well, so now shooting's important? Like what? Like now shooting's important around the league? As if, you know, the time that you go out to start playing basketball, you grab a ball, you go towards the goal, and your goal is to make the shot. And so we're talking so much more about how much shooting is valued. Effective field goal percentage is tremendous, with true shooting percentage being not far behind.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Jones checked in for Drummond. Markieff Morris comes in for Anthony Davis. Alex Caruso, he's checked in for LeBron. And Cook subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And I just love the skill set that Markieff Morris has, Greg, at that forward position.
He really is a do-it-all type of forward for this team. Can step outside and shoot, but has no problem guarding anyone on the front line of the opposition.
First one falls for it. Brent, we have seen some international showcase games the last few years. Do you like that trend?
Oh, absolutely. I like the fact that our league, we know how global it is with how many players from different countries are represented throughout the rosters around the league. But for our game to travel around to London and to Mexico City and have an opportunity for those fans to see what NBA basketball is like, I think it's an absolute win for the NBA.
I'd like to see more, actually.
Well, more time for those teams. The timing of some of those trips for some teams are a little bit tough in terms of the travel, but their appearances there mean so much more to grow the game globally.
And a deep 3 from Lillard. The shot, no good. So the Lakers will take it the other way.
Yo, check Dennis.
Schroeder against Lillard. Schroeder dishes to Drummond. Schroeder outside. Covington against Caldwell Pope. Drummond passes to Caldwell Pope. And the Lakers with another miss.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
Lillard from outside. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got his 4th assist in this one. Lakers leading by 21.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Los Angeles.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And not just a win tonight, guys, but a win on the season series as well, as they finish with 3 out of 4 games against this opponent.
And a lot of players tonight helped contribute to this performance, but in particular, a real good game it was for Drummond.
Well, a consistent intensity is what he brought to the floor here. He hit the glass hard, and he came up with a ton of rebounds. Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up, and you can't knock it down.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. LeBron James on the wing. Misses the chippy right there. Lets the three fly, and there's McCollum. That's good on the assist by Lillard.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
And I don't know how they keep doing this, but every time down, the resulting possession ends up at the three-point line and a fairly efficient shot attempt at that.
And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks.